Hey guys, it's Godbars here, the self-proclaimed hip-hop historian, and this is the 249th episode of my series where I grab a vinyl from my collection, talk about why I love it, what influence it has, and what its place is in the grand scheme of hip-hop. So, if you're a regular on the page, there's a chance you may remember a little while back I did a review for Above the Law's third full-length album, 1994's Uncle Sam's Curse. I'll leave a link for that upload down below in the description if you want to check it out. But as I'm sure I must have mentioned in that video, Uncle Sam's Curse may be my personal favorite Above the Law LP, but it really isn't an easy decision by any means because their 1993 sophomore album here, Black Mafia Life, is pretty much neck and neck with its successor in my eyes, and I could definitely see how certain fans would hold that as ATL's magnum opus. To be fair, there was only a 1 year gap between the release of these two West Coast classics, so it isn't exactly a night and day difference in sound and tone, but you could still find a small handful of qualities that separate these LPs despite both sitting snugly in the pantheon of essential 90s California G-Funk. If you aren't familiar with Above the Law, they were a group out of Pomona that was comprised of Cold 187 also known as Big Hutch, along with KMG the Illustrator, Go Mac, and DJ Total Chaos, all of whom played a pivotal role in reinventing West Coast gangster rap. In fact, I believe they actually invented the term G-Funk and then ended up telling it to Tupac, who ended up putting it on wax. I've always personally compartmentalized this group alongside Compton's Most Wanted, because on one hand, you could say neither ATL or CMW became household names per se, but on the other hand, those groups were still pretty damn popular in their heyday, and it doesn't really feel right to put them next to the more underground West Coast gangsta rap artists like 11-5, 187 Fac, The Coup, or Three Times Crazy, all of whom came from the Bay. I mean, Above the Law signed with Eazy-E's Ruthless Records in 1989, and from there they had an essential role in pioneering NWA sound and general direction, kind of taking a mentor stance in those early days. Above the Law's debut on Ruthless Records came out in 1990 with Livin' Like Hustlers, which not only featured Dr. Dre throughout practically the entire thing, but on the last song, which is conveniently titled The Last Song, the entire NWA posse actually shows up for a guest appearance, serving as a sort of bittersweet reminder of that small golden period before the messy breakup. However, once the line was drawn between Dre and Death Row, with Easy and Ruthless Records, every artist associated with either was forced to pick a side, which really put a strain on Above the Law. And since they came in with Easy, that was the side they stayed on until his death. But back to Black Mafia Life, their sophomore LP here is full of hard-hitting G-Funk beats that perfectly complement the grimy, dope boy energy the rapping creates, and I love the atmosphere of a song like VSOP, where Cold 187 and the late legend KMG take turns shredding the mic over a funky instrumental. I actually want to share their first verse on this track, but I'm not really going to bother differentiating who's rapping at any given moment, since these two are trading off constantly on this thing. That being said, Colt comes in with, alright, first off, then let me introduce myself. I'm the C to the OLD 187. Ooh, I heard that the player with the speech, 'cause it's me KMG, more flex than sex on the beach. Ooh, yes, my brother takes two to tangle. And since we got them where we got them, we better use the right angle. So I'm a push in the back of the bush, 'cause it's a wonderful feeling. Yeah, 'cause we got the goods for y'all suckers in 90 deuce. The whole pot of gumbo, the whole gallon of juice. So I'ma ease up on them real quick, watch me hit 'em, well that's all in the ratio of what we hit them up for. 'Cause when I'm on the dice, I roll a 7 coming out, I'll take the car, your women, your whole damn house. So now I step with the quickness. I flex my ends into the bends and let God be the witness. I'm finna teach you how the body slam, let me show you. But step into my world, I got something dope for you. I also want to share some lines from Why Must I Feel Like That? Starting with Big Hutch again, but here he says, "'Cause I'm known as a Mac, yo, I'm always out to get my stack on, so you can buy my funk or you can leave it alone. Once again, you've been invited to get into a loped out G mode, but first, post me in a cold 187, spark the shit up like some good old Thai weed." It's like he's giving you what you need. And for you uppity motherfuckers who think you pulling away, I'ma give you a little something to make you rethink your drink. It's only fair that I read the KMG verse that comes after that one. And his part begins with, "I pledge allegiance to the motherfucking industry. It 'tis the season to be G'ing. And I'ma give you the remedy. ATL pimp gang never flossing. West Coast Cali funk, cause I'm a straight tossing. The hip hop industry. I know who's doing a robbing ya quick to taste your dick while the G's still mouthing. Shit, it ain't no motherfucking questions. The ghetto's still rowdy, so a brother learned a lesson." All the production for Black Mafia Life was done in-house by Above the Law themselves, but we do get some pretty notable features like Cocaine, who basically over time became an honorary ATL member, as well as Eazy-E, MC Ren, Money B of Digital Underground, and Tupac. When it comes to my overall top 3 favorite songs on this West Coast classic, I think I'll go with Never Missing a Beat, Call It What You Want, and Me versus My Ego. But of course, I have to give my honorable mentions, which for this one include Why Must I Feel Like That, Coming Up, Pimpology 101, Harder You Are, the Dopper You Fall, Game Recognizes Game, VSOP, Process of Elimination, or Untouch a Kickamered Action, and G Rupee's Best Friend. Thank you for watching my 249th video. Next up for the Big 250, we're going back over to Louisiana to cover the first Southern hip-hop LP I've done in a little while. So check for that upload, and if you enjoyed, be sure to like, subscribe, and let me know what moments you return to the most off this game changer. Don't forget to have a great day, and I'll see you next time, okay? Alright.
Look, the key to my soul is locked in the cage it opens. The framework was made from my own rib cue. What came first, the crack or the crack lighter? Whichever one the first fiend used to bring back